What's good? This is another BREALTV Smokebox with two good friends of mine, man. We go back 20, you know what I'm saying? Veterans in the game. Imani Bootie Brown, Pharcyde, you know what I'm saying? And it's great to have you in the box.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. Good looking.
No.
Box.
That's the official. We light up right now.
Yeah, we light up, man. The Smokebox.
anytime.
I mean, you guys have been synonymous with the chiefing movement, you know, for many years. Because I mean, fuck, you got a song, "Pack the Pipe." You know what I'm saying? And you know, I think that was like that was like the indicator for everybody that y'all be chiefing. You know?
Yeah. You know. It was
Back
early.
then,
It was early. Exactly. It was early.
Early '90s, yeah.
They wasn't even trying to let us be like that. They want us to be like clean cut and dapper, but you couldn't hold it back.
Do you trip off how much it's changed now? Like how much more accepted it is? Like rather than back in the day when we were doing it, it was like, oh, what are these motherfuckers doing? What are they talking about?
It was in the closet.
A lot of people were.
No, I remember where I lived, couldn't even smoke. They didn't even want to smoke a cigarette on your mama. They were just like
On the video,
They
yeah.
were just like, nah, you can't smoke a cigarette.
We can't smoke.
They won't play that on the video. They won't play that video on MTV or some shit. Like,
They would, yeah, they would only show smoke.
right.
Like if you blew smoke out your mouth, they would show that, but they wouldn't actually show you hitting it.
I was jealous of you guys and Mr. Graham. We tried to do Pack the Pipe as a single, and Delicious Vinyl wouldn't let us. They was like, nobody's gonna play that. Nobody's gonna play that. And then next thing you know, Mr. Graham came with, oh, you.
I think somebody
like,
cooking
damn.
crack in the video.
Hey, and you know, that was the thing, is that a lot of us, you know, from the record companies at the time, were getting held back on some of those songs because they didn't understand why we were talking about that shit. But, you know, the fans got it, and that became a cult classic for you guys, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's one of the things that you have to play when
Nah,
you
it's just yeah, exactly. Like one of your, like, you know what I'm saying? When you go out, like, man, I want to hear hits from the bombs, man. When I see Cypress, like, man, I just gotta hear it, man. I gotta hear that air horn and just, you know, I gotta feel that. And then I'm like, okay, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? That's how people feel, I guess, with Pack the Pipe. Like,
Exactly. And you guys just not too long ago had a 20-year celebration, you know, because you guys been in the game.
We've been grinding, man.
Grinding, you know, and I know that when you guys get together and do the show, motherfuckers love it, because I mean, you guys are showmen. You guys
Yeah.
all come from that background.
Yeah, shit is live. 20 years.
how do you feel being in the game? Did you feel that you was gonna? Did
20
you
years.
think you was gonna be like
No.
20 years in the game like that?
I don't think any of us thought about 20 years later when we came in. I think we just was glad to be put on and was making the most of it at the time and learning as we was going along.
Shout out to Paul Stewart, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, a connector in the game, I gotta just say, because that was the first time I heard you guys, and the first time I heard Souls and the whole Hyro movement was through Paul, and he was just like, man, and I just say it was kind of cool. Like, I think that's what, I don't know if LA has that, but I think like that's what we kind of missed, that's that whole unity as far as just like the A&R people hooking up with the artists and just that whole movement like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that exists anymore.
You know what was cool, like, about your shit and y'all being from the West Coast to me, was that it wasn't like all the other groups that existed in Los Angeles at that time, because most everybody was trying to do like the gangster shit. If you were from the Bay, you did different stuff. You didn't necessarily do gangster shit. But in LA, most people were following that gangster shit, and y'all came with some different shit. And I think that's a part of the reason that y'all stood out, and your voice is very distinct.
I felt the same way about Cyrus, man. I was just like, man, like when I saw the stuff, I was just like, oh, where are these guys from? Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that people felt the same way about us. Like, where are they from?
Yeah.
Like where are these dudes from? Like, this is not like anything else, you know. I thought you guys was from New York. I thought you guys was from like Queens,
We thought
New
you
York,
was
or
from
something
New York,
like that,
but we
for
knew
real.
Mellow Mayonnaise.
Yeah, they
So
Well, yeah, because y'all were on Delicious Vinyl together for a
no,
small
we
time.
go back even further because we used to dance with Candyman and we used to fuck with Tone Loc, so we
Right.
was around all the
All that
Mellow
shit.
Man Aces and all that stuff.
Yeah, because they used to package those Delicious Vinyl tours.
exactly.
They used to have Young MC, Tone Loc, Mellow Man, and who else? Candy Man and a few others. You know what I mean? They'd all go on those same runs on those same tours.
Sugar and Spice. It was like it was a whole
the
bunch
Low
of
Rider
like,
show. The Low Rider. The Low Rider show.
The Low Rider.
That was it. That's what started everything, was the Low Rider shows for me. Like, we were dancing. We were Johnny J and Candyman. You know, that was that. Rest in peace, Johnny J was the man.
That's where it started,
man. That's where it started. That's where it started.
Johnny J used to make the tapes that when we used to dance. He used to be the DJ that would make the tape for us for the dance battles and shit.
Hell yeah. Because y'all used to put it down. I remember that.
That's where it started.
When you were on when you guys were like dance crew type shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? I remember that because we were all on the scene at the same time.
Nice.
Just in different circles.
I seen them underground tapes, man, with the sweatsuits on, man. I seen them. You know what I'm saying? That's tight though. You know what I'm saying?
It was all around in those same places, just different circles and shit. And man, because to see y'all come up, it was tight seeing another LA group make the impact that you guys made. You know what I mean? You had Passing Me By, you obviously Pipe, you had Running, right?
That's what we hooked up with Dilla. That was the whole Dilla.
And that was
Dilla
off
time.
the hook, you know. And then the videos that y'all did had crazy visuals. Like, y'all really hit that shit on the money with those, man. I think.
But y'all was going backwards first, though.
Yeah, but y'all did it in a different way. We made it, you know, we made it a piece. Y'all made it like the video. That shit was hard. Like, if we could have made the video like that, that shit would have been money. But y'all did that, and you guys influenced a fuckload of groups that like exist today, even on like the pop level. You know what I'm saying? Like, people saw what you did.
People talk about the 311 Pharcyde Cypress Hill tour to this day.
Oh yeah.
I went inside the what you call that shit? Chipotle. I was inside Chipotle, and this motherfucker was behind the counter. He kept staring at me. He was like, "I know you." He was like, "I know you. I seen you with 311 to Cypress Hill." Like, nigga, that was like hella long. It was like, yeah, but I remember that shit. That shit blew my mig back. So we made an imprint on people.
Oh, for sure.
Y'all, I liked how y'all parlayed just the whole weed shit. Like, it wasn't just like, you know, like people thought it was a gimmick, but it was like, it wasn't no gimmick. Like I seen it at the cannabis. Every time I go to some weed shit, I mean, I'm following your lead. I be watching you like doing your thing. Like, damn, I love how y'all just like do that shit.
Yeah, I thought Muggs, dude, just like Muggs is still incredible. Like, man, just the sound and everything, like. Because, you know, like West Coast had their own sound, you know what I'm saying? And just like to hear anything that was just outside was just like
outside the box.
Like he's just like, fuck, like where's this coming from? Like, where's the sound? Where's his mind at? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, the way that he's freaking, like, the way that he was freaking the jazz tracks and just kind of freaking the tracks and the blues, like, you know, like, just nobody was doing that, and that kind of like set it off. Like after that, it was only followers that you guys have that was trying to just come out and just do what you guys were doing. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of felt like the same with us, like in a way, like,
for sure.
Like, you know, we were all trying to like kind of set a pace, and so like, I mean, of course, there's gonna be people they could take it to the next level, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you kind of made your mark.
Yeah, you know, you made your mark and you made your imprint and stamp, and that's how motherfuckers remember you. You know what I'm saying? That's how they still fuck with you to this day. I mean, they still go to the shows. You know, y'all still fucking get it. I know it.
We be grinding, man. We be all over the place.
So how do you feel about the EDM movement? Like, are you with it? Are you not with it? Like,
no, I'm with it.
You with it? You like it?
I've always been like, you know, for me, I've always been open to all shit. You know, I fuck with the drum and bass, the electronic, all that shit, the rock shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, everything. So I've always been open to a lot of that shit, but, you know, it's a different flow when you're on that type of shit, a different pocket. And sometimes, you know, as rappers that, you know, trying to like chop heads off, we overdo it.
Nah, dude, you know, like, I'm trying to have this scene because I'm trying to look at, like, we're all old heads, you know what I'm saying? And like, instead of like talking about like you know, how we gonna, like, what is the advancement? You You know what I'm saying? How do we think we're gonna do? You know, do we like it? Do we, you know, are we
Well,
gonna be stuck? Or?
For me, I like all the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even the new sound of the rap shit that's happening right now. Whether you want to call it hip hop, rap shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some of it's done really well, and some of it's done very mediocre. But I mean, that's been throughout time in hip hop. You know what I mean? So I always like to fuck with it all, as long as it's good. As long as like I could feel it, then I'll fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, there's always some mediocre shit out there, and there was mediocre shit in the 90s.
Yeah,
know?
for sure.
You never escape that. You just never do, and people don't realize that. You know, the whackness is always going to exist. That's the yin and yang. That's the balance. Hip hop has that too.
You a G. I got a question. You a G. We be looking at you. How do you get between your old fans and the new fans? Like how do you bridge that? Because
you know, it's something that the old fans have to live with, right? They have to grow into the shit. They have to because they have to evolve, and if they don't,
be stuck.
If they don't, they be stuck. Exactly. So what I do is what I've done since 1991. Not give a fuck what anybody thinks. You know what I'm saying? The minute you start giving a fuck, right, you're gonna change the way you think about how you go and you do your thing, how you be creative, and oh, well, maybe they ain't feeling that because this is what's going on right now, or oh, maybe I shouldn't say that because maybe, you know, because you have so much time in the game now, you want to fucking watch your role. And for me, it's like writing should be free of any of that type of influence. It's what you're inspired by at the moment. You shouldn't give a fuck about what people are going to think about it, because it's your art, you're putting it out there, and if they like it, cool. It's about, at the end of the day, for me, if I could live with what I put out there, like if I like it, like would I,
you genuinely
when it came on, would I change the fucking channel, or would I be like, yo, check this out, boom, and bump it? And if I could do that, I'm good, and it doesn't matter what anybody thinks about it, as long as I'm not doing something irresponsible. You know what I'm saying? In my mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it just depends the frame of mind that you're in. Like if you're trying to just be free and not give a fuck what anybody thinks and say what you want, no matter if you offend, that's one way of doing it. But for me, it's more of a conscious thing.
Right.
But whatever I write, I'm not gonna let anybody like dictate the way I feel about that. I'm just gonna go for it.
Right.
And that's like, if the old motherfuckers don't like the new shit because it's too new or advanced, or they don't like the sound, you know, I'm sorry. Then, you know, you have all this, this old shit
that you can go listen to. That you go listen to.
But see, for me, I've figured out a balance, right?
Right.
I do Cypress Hill shit, which is a very formulated style of hip hop. You know, Muggs' style of you know what he does like nobody does. So that's distinct. Then I got the Serial Killers, which is with Demrick and Exhibit, which is some raw shit. Right. So there's some raw shit. And then when I do the new shit, it's like, okay, I got these two fucking hip hop raw shits. I can do this shit right here. Don't complain, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So I just balance it out like that. How do you guys do it though? How do you feel about it?
I mean, I'm saying we were just watching the G's, and that's how we gotta figure it out. We just, I mean, because the technology kind of changed up things. The way you deliver music to the people changed. It's like, you know, and then so you have new fans, and then you have old fans. Old fans want you to stay how they remember you, and the new fans are like, the new kids don't give a fuck.
Right. Like
the new kids, like, I don't know if it's the drugs they doing or the shit they watching or the internet they doing, but they just go for it and they just with whatever. They open. Right. It's just the old people just be trying to, I don't know. I never want to be that old motherfuckers like, I just want to just...
you know, the mentality is this. They liked you a certain way. They loved you a certain way, so they don't ever want you to change that.
Right.
But the problem is when you do that and you stay the same way, even those fans get tired of it. It's like, oh, you do the same thing all the time.
Right, right.
So but I just say, but my problem, where I find it crazy is just even with the music. Like, let's say people be like, man, you guys should do that old hip hop, and then let's say you do that quality old fashioned hip hop. but then nobody even want to like you know what I'm saying? It doesn't even like stay around or just laugh. Like the people that told you to do it is not even really playing it like that. They're playing,
or they're not even buying it.
Right.
Yeah, you know, and then it's just
They want to hear it, but they don't want to buy it.
And then like
they told you to do it.
When you go do some new stuff, then it's kind of like oh, like I don't know if you should be doing that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was asking you about the EDM thing, because it's kind of like, you know, when you do venture off on those type of tangents, like, you know, how to, you know, people take it, you know, people take it serious because they feel like, look, I made my kids off your songs. You know what I'm saying? This, you know what I'm saying? I take this to here. Like you kind of messing up what I believe in you. You know
yeah. When you do something that's so out of your element in their mind, you know, they take offense to it for you. You know, some fans they like, what are you doing? Oh my God, what are you doing?
Like they feel bad.
They feel fucking bad.
And I feel bad because they feel bad. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. Like I don't want to let them down. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like, damn, like, you know, I get it, but then at the same time,
like I said, there's always the balance, right? As an artist, you always want to evolve and do new things, right? Some people won't let go of the old shit in the past, so that, you know, it's like, no matter what you do, there's gonna be somebody scrutinizing it. You gotta just, as an artist, you just gotta do what you feel, and if that's the old school shit, you do that. If it's the new school shit, you do that, and you know, you live with it, and that, you know, it goes from there. Because for me, like these days, I decided I'm gonna give away music. I'm not even gonna charge motherfuckers for it. I'm gonna make albums and just give them away, and if people feel it, they feel it. If they don't, cool. I could live with it because I like the shit, and I know that there are some like-minded motherfuckers out there that might like it too. So, you know, I look at it like, you're gonna come to the show, you're gonna fucking support that way if you're down with the movement, if you're down with that music. And if you're not, hey, there's like fucking so much music that we made in the past, you can always listen to that if the new shit don't work for you.
That's like that's the best answer I've ever heard. Like, man, that's what I'm starting to tell people. You know what?
But if you want to live in the past, you know, you can always search to the past.
Go get that other stuff, man. It's there for you.
I mean, but listen, there is a new element of production that is bridging the old shit with the new shit. Like guys like Scoop DeVille and cats like that who can take that old sound and bridge it with this new shit and just make magic. And you know, see, I look at it like that. I look at it open.
No, that's some cool. It's like Joy Badass.
This camera's going. Look, okay, before these cameras shut down.
Right, what's that?
What's your favorite strain you like to chief?
My strain I like to chief is Skywalker, but I just got this stuff called Orange Cookies from TLC Dispensary. They won second place for the hybrid and the cannabis cup. They're my boys and shit, so gotta give them a vibe, gotta blaze them up.
I'm still purple, man.
Still purple?
Still purple. I'm simple guy.
Word up, man. We got third place for you know, best ateva.
I seen you out there. Your booth was popping. Your booth was popping, man.
Say thank you for the, you know, judges and all that stuff. You didn't know it was us, but thank you anyway.
Do I get to keep this tip?
Yeah, you get to keep that. That's on you, man.
I need this.
Word up. Hey, what's the new joint you got?
We got the new joint. What's the guy? What did we just do? We got that shit on Diamond D album. And then we just did this stuff with the E channel, and we doing some. I mean, Google the Pharcyde. Go to thepharcyde.com, and we got shows coming up. Anybody in Colorado with that legal weed, come down 19th and 20th. We gonna be down there. Come hang out, fuck with the Pharcyde. You know it's all love. Thanks for Be Real. Letting us come in here and smoke
thanks for the
out
words
with
of wisdom, man. You know what I'm saying? Words of wisdom.
This was a good box, man. Hey, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, fuck with the Pharcyde, the homies, 20-year veterans in this motherfucking smoke.
We grinding.